Hello there, and so we said from the last episode that we are talking about international football again. Tcha hapa bado amejam na hiyo story ya
Ujambo na karibu katika kipindi ulimwengu huu wa michezo.
Amejam na hiyo story ya Harambee Stars, lakini anasema he forgot to talk about Shabana FC.
Torebobe.
What do you want to say? So far, how do you rate their start?
Start yao imekuwa strong, having been away for 17 years. That's a kudos, commendable job. Kazi ni ngumu hapa mbele. At least we have a point. So wacha to win the next game, build momentum as we go forward. It's not normally easy. Mmetoka ya chini mmekuja juu, which is very hard. So Muranga still is winning, so it means tunaweza. Kwa hivyo tujikaze. Siasa kidogo tuweke mbali, tu support tu vijana na kudos to the next generation ya fans in Kisii when wameleta revolution. I think we are number 3 fans now, but in 2 months tutakuwa mbele FC Leopards.
Probably number 1. Ukiangalia Genzagusi Stadium vile inajaa.
Yes. And our fans travel.
Yes.
Inamaanisha hii fan base si ya kuchezewa. So to push team kabisa. Gor Mahia tunakuja mbele yenu FC. Tuko number 3 in terms of fans, but we are coming. Top spot tuko hapo. So vijana tuendelee kusupport team, na wale vijana ukipata chance ya kucheza jiprove tu, na commendable job kwa coach, ame maintain kikosi kidogo. Pia vijana wapewe chance. I mean signings inafaa, but I think ame maintain the core of the team.
Exactly. 775.
In how many miles?
Doesn't show how many miles, but almost.
Which almost?
So let's be. I think hapa you're next. So anyway,
yes.
Najua tuko kwa barabara, so
pole majamaa. So
tafuta hiyo exit
ya team. Alafu nimeona pia wameongeza assistant coach, amekuja na experience. Sijui kama ametoka Premier League or wherever he has come from. So team iko poa, so I think tuko na assistant coach wawili. Kevo pia ameingia technical bench, mwa alikuwa assistant coach. So I think the more we are, the better.
And that shows the seriousness that the leadership wants to see in putting together all that.
System south?
Yes, south. So let's say hiyo team inaendelea vizuri, and we want to thank the sponsors. Vile Tcha amesema, manze, politicians wachanini na team. If you're helping that team, isaidie tu without bringing your political ambitions na kutumia hiyo team ati unataka kutafuta kura nayo, ati yo nimefanyia Shabana hiyo fulani hajafanya. That is never going to help us. The people who support Shabana ni mafans wa ball. They don't care which political divide they come from. When they come to the game, they enjoy the game, and that is the beauty of football. So we do not want the football club to be dragged into the nonsensical political tussles between individuals. I love Shabana as a team, but the moment you start bringing in your politics, Maze, I am sorry. We have to tell you off. We have to tell you the truth, and that is the message that we're giving at this point in time. And then on the same vein,
again, Milton, Torebobe brings us together as a community.
Yes.
So it don't matter where una support nani, uko left, uko mrengo gani. Mpira haitambui, bao ni bao. Kwa hivyo wacha saidia team wherever you are as a fan. It doesn't matter wewe unatoka mrengo gani. Saidia team, kanyaga kubwa. Team isaidie mtaa. Unajua team iko flourish, the economy ya Kisii na grow.
Exactly.
And that is one of the pointers. Hiyo ndio kitu imefanya economy ya Kisii is booming. People are moving there because kuna activity. Yes. Ama fans wanaleta pesa mtaa, wanakuja wanalala mtaa. Chaona. Kwa hivyo support vijana. Support vijana without wanting anything in return.
And finally, this is on that note, this is a message to Governor Simba Arati. I think Gusii Stadium, we need it back as soon as practically possible. Let it be in good shape. Let us have our boys playing in our backyard so that mafans wakitoka hivi wanaingia hapo stadi, wacha gusi ijae. By the time AFC na Gor wanacheza first leg, wacha we relive those old moments. By the way, Gor Mahia have never won a game in Gusii Stadium, so that record needs to continue. So enough of that.
So we are lucky governor, tuko na governor anapenda ball. Manze, kudos, endelea kusaidia vijana. Hawa macontractor wako wasukume hiyo kiwanja manze, home advantage is everything.
Absolutely.
Season ya kwanza tukiwa NSL uliona vile season ya pili home ground imetusaidia, so in short, get it ready as soon as possible. Go.
Aya, twende kazi. So let's talk about international football. This has been international break. We talked about Harambee Stars, 1 win, 1 loss, which evens out really. Is actually more negative when you lose to South Sudan, because it takes away the fact that we have already won against
credit to opponents pia. Si ati tunasema people.
Mimi sijasema hivyo,
credit to opponents pia. South Sudan mlicheza poa, sisi kidogo ndio tulilegea kidogo, but well, credit to the opponent. Go ahead.
So we've watched a few international matches. I think the standout game, England-Ukraine, ending 1-1. Actually, Ukraine took the lead in that game, and
yes,
it looked like Ukraine had a better game against England, against all odds. England dropping points for the first time. We watched Japan-Germany friendly. Japan were good, were really good against Germany. Portugal were running rampant against Luxembourg. They won 9-0. I mean, some good performances there, but then the scoreline sometimes makes it difficult to give credit to, you know, individuals, players, and how they perform. But another friendly that happened, 7.5. We're going all the way.
We keep here or go here?
Don't the truth,
Stay here.
fast lane. Anyway, so we were talking about friendly Germany beating France 2-1. What do you make of the international break in terms of the results that you've seen and the quality of football?
Well, I think makocha wa huko ni wanajua ball, wanajua kitu wanafanya. So friendly match kuna vitu hujaribu, ma system wanataka kupea players play time, wanataka kuona, you know, selection in terms of selection, fitness ya players. So averagely ukiangalia performance imekuwa ni average. You don't expect coach expose game yake. It's normally tactical na huwa wanaficha game kwa friendly. So mimi kitu ndasema hizo friendlies nadhani zi ujenga team. The coach so because hakuna time, the fixtures are normally congested. So it's a good thing. And again, Germany winning against France today, that's a plus
for the Germans. And we have somebody who loves football here with us, but we are not going to engage him unless he wishes to come on board.
I can contribute 2 cents. I have 2 cents I can give. I haven't been following the international break series going on, but
you know that Kenya lost to South Sudan today.
I did hear there was an early goal, and then I kind of got busy. I didn't follow, you know, what happened. I don't even know what the score was.
It ended that way.
It was 1-0.
Yes.
Well, then that tells you that maybe it was bad luck. You know, if to have been scored early and then those guys didn't come back to beat them heavily. But nevertheless, Kenya has been out in the cold for a while. It takes a little while to get rhythm and come into play. I did watch briefly a game they had against Qatar, and I think I saw some preview of the game, and I thought it was impressive. So if we keep up with that, we'll get back. You know, it takes a little bit of time to get back into rhythm.
We continue with this conversation, and I guess we are getting to what everybody likes talking about, and that is European football, which is coming up in the next 3 days. It resumes. I think it will be the EPL that goes first, and I want to speak to the person that walilala na viatu. They never had the time to celebrate. Arsenal will be roaring back into the league as it resumes on the back of that 3-1 win over Manchester United. Um, Pretty much the transfer window is now gone. Let me begin with you, Tcha. What do you make of how the Premier League has started? And then there's the Champions League draw, and then there are the transfers, ins and outs. How do you see that?
First things first, Arsenal walicheza poa. Si eti Man U haikucheza poa, but tuliwazidi. Bado tutaendelea kuwapiga. Transfer
How many
window.
times is United going to play Arsenal? There are only two games in the season.
Two times.
Yeah.
Na tunawafunga kwenu.
Well,
Hiyo chapter tumefunga.
that is wishful.
Transfer window ilikuwa poa, but with the Saudis coming into the market, imekuwa noma. Kama hauna dough, you can't buy. So ball imekuwa ni biashara. So it's gonna take a while. But I was happy that Manchester United haikununuliwa. Hao watu wangetusumbua sana.
Talking about the Saudi thing, I mean, who is going to counter the oil money? Because clearly now, the Saudi Pro League is now becoming something else. People are, broadcasters are going all crazy about it, trying to get the rights and show the game, because you have Cristiano Ronaldo there, Sadio Mane has gone there, Neymar is there, Benzema is there. I mean, who's going to stop them?
Mr. Leban is gonna say something about that, but I think labda rules, lakini kwa kama mpira ni pesa, I don't think kuna mtu atacounter Saudi. Labda kuwe na rules na laws. I don't know who's gonna make the rules, because hizi FIFA kutoka juu kila mahali ni pesa. So mi sijui, lakini mpira ya Saudi inapanda, inaonyesha pia continents zinafunguka, inamaanisha ball ya world is improving, it's coming of age.
And Laban, would you like to throw in a punch on that in terms of the kind of money that is on offer and what that means for global football and global sports development in general?
I think it's a double-edged sword. You want to be able to have players earn from their sweat and talent, and we know that sports is a big industry, and there's a lot of good things that have happened to those who have indulged in sports. It's not any different from movies. It's not any different from the other arts and entertainment. Now, however, we keep going to talking about are we messing up? The Saudis messing up by throwing all this money. My take is take it while it lasts. At the end of the day, we're still able to enjoy the game. It's not any different than it has always been. The Russians have been dominating European teams in buying. Americans have also had a good share, both in Europe as well as in the US. So I think there's an element of biasness now that the Saudis are coming. Of course, we know they're well resourced in terms of oil money and all. Hey, if you got talent and you want to be able to capitalize on it and change yourself, your family, your community from that, go for it. We'll still be entertained. I mean, people watch games in Xbox, so does that take away from the game itself? No. So it's a double-edged sword in the sense that people feel that it has taken away with the real soccer lovers who love the game for the game, for the love of the game, not for the love of the money. But that's not the world we live in now. Everything is commercial. Everybody wants to make a penny out of whatever it is that they're doing. And if we can do both at the same time, well and good. So that's my take on it.
Quite interesting. I honestly believe that money is an automatic factor where the leadership and the structures do exist. Because if you ask me, um, the English Premier League or European football was not always well resourced in the manner that we see today. The TV money has come in because of opening the game, to global football players. So, but let's get to the business of the game on the pitch. Let's talk about um, the fixtures that are coming up. Teacher George, what are you looking forward to? Arsenal are coming on the back of that win against United. They are facing Everton.
Well, hiyo ni game ngumu.
Huh?
Bro.
Sasa hata
Everton
sijamaliza kuongea
Everton inakuaga inalemea, si tupige game moja.
haya.
Everton inakuaga imelemea Arsenal sana. Huyo coach wao Kipara ni mjanja, anaweza tumaliza. So it's not an easy game, given that every time there is an international break, when teams come back, it's in a struggle. So that's a very hard game. Their chances, my money is on Everton.
Let's talk about another big game, Liverpool Wolves. 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time kickoff here in the US. Is it Eastern or Pacific time? What is your take on that?
That's a very competitive. I think my game for the weekend. Team zote mbili zina vijana. Liverpool is back to drawing board. They are restructuring now, having new boys, new faces coming in. They are rebuilding their midfield. So I believe alafu Wolves pia iko na a good team, good coach, kuna longevity, kuna continuity ya wale vijana wanapiga ile ball. So my prediction is a draw.
Let's talk about. I thought the big one would be West Ham Man City, going by how the two teams have started. City, everybody thinks that they are almost invincible one more time. The European champions, defending Premier League champions, going for the 4th straight title. They've started so far so good. Even when the coach has been indisposed, no Pep, no problem. Against David Moyes, who has also had a very good start so far in the season.
No Pep, no problem. Moyes amefanya recruitment poa sana, ameleta vijana pale wanapiga ball. But Man City still got talent. It's not gonna be an easy game because West Ham are more physical, but Man City got this. I think Man City itashinda hii game 3-1.
Well, you're even bold enough to go with a correct score. Let's talk about the other game that will be of interest to the millions of football fans in the world. They call it soccer here in the US, so I'm still learning that. Let's talk about United at home against Brighton. Brighton beat them ruthless last season in this, I think, the first or second game of the season. What are you looking forward to? United looking to bounce back from
so United has iko na defensive partnership ya Evans na Maguire, inanichukua back to the days, but
there's Martinez.
That not akona injury, sijui kama amerudi.
Not Martinez, it's Varane who was injured.
Martinez is injured too.
Yeah.
So that said, I don't think Brighton will beat Manchester again. Manchester midfield yao at least wamesign, sijui kama kijana Amrabat atakuwa fit to start, but hata hivyo I think ni sabu wa Casemiro. So you have a very good midfield. He just needs to balance it, not play Mount and Bruno Fernandes. You wanacheza the same type of game. What's the name of this other guy? Eriksen. So
in 1 mile.
So I think Man U, Rashford is on form, so you guys are gonna win. And now kuna kijana mmebai, huyo striker Holland. Well, I've not seen him play, but kutoka clip zake, sikuwa na game ya Arsenal, but kutoka clip zake ni kijana mdeadly. So my prediction, 3-1 Manchester.
Well, Tcha is very bold with his predictions. I'm not so sure that anybody out there is able to make that kind of prediction. But really, if you look at the other fixtures of the weekend, this is how it looks like. And we are getting down to look at the fixtures for the weekend in the other games as part of this. But let's look at the overall prediction for the season. The Champions League draw is out, and soon after, I think it's the other week, we have the first group matches. What is your take on how the draw has shaped up?
The draw was fair for the big four, for the teams that met top four, but Newcastle I think iliwekwa pool moja moto sana, but you never know, mpira udunda, they could do well, but so far game hazijachezwa, so every team that is in the Champions League draw is there by merit, so it's gonna be a very competitive stages matches, but so far my favorite PSG na AC Milan zimefanya recruitment poa, they are restructuring, and PSG iliuza Messi ikauza Neymar, so I believe hao vijana wako hapo na wako na coach mjanja, so I think PSG itaenda mbali this time. They are not the favorite but they are team to beat. Alafu ni AC Milan imesign kama watu 11 bana, so mnafaa kuangalia hizo timu mbili.
But one would argue that PSG are the perennial underachievers of the Champions League.
Yes.
They would always come in as, this is their season, but they end up underachieving. AC Milan, on the other hand, yes, they are old hands. They've won it a few times, went to the doldrums, and they're coming back. But their recruitment could be their undoing, especially in Europe. Don't you think so?
Yes, but now they realize mambo wameacha kwenda the Saudi way where you're getting the talent that is about to retire, so they are going for young kids. Pale France kuna vijana wengi wazuri wanajua ball. Kama ukijana lenda Real, sijui kama alitoka walimwacha kaenda, so they are going for their talent. They are going for the 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, best talent. The Chelsea way. Chelsea is buying every kid that has dreadlocks and plays good football, wanamnunua. So in the long run you realize coach wa Chelsea ni mwanabiashara, the owner ni biashara anafanya, atauza vijana in the near future 1-2 years, but I don't know how he's gonna field all of them having 25 vijana wako teenagers. How are you gonna manage? So at the end of the day, it's how you manage the talent. It's not ni nani mnoma kwa squad, how you balancing, how you feeling, and how is, like we were saying, this problem is everywhere. How do you manage the talent?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the different managers and what they bring to the game across Europe, especially the top 5 leagues. There has been the argument that some coaches or some managers are overrated. What is your own take in terms of the different philosophies of a coach? Like, who really stands out for you in terms of getting the best out of their players? I know the era of the Arsene Wengers and Alex Ferguson is gone. Nobody is going to ever repeat what they have achieved.
The game, wherever it is right now, Pep stands out as one of my favorite best coaches of the century. Wherever he is, he has managed to, he keeps renewing his team, playing around different formation, players wanachezesha out of position, in position, akona vikosi tatu. Even when they have injury, he always works around it. So Pep stands out. Ateta ni coach wa timu yangu, but na feel bado ni pretender until ashinde something. That's when I can say he really stands out, but anajua ball, don't get me wrong, anajua ball sana, but until ameshinda something, then now anaingia ligi ya coaches. So for right now ako attachment, wacha to hope ataleta medal hii season. Coach wa Manu ni kijana anajua ball, lakini analeta emotions kwa mpira. kufukuza wachezaji saa ingine without replacement inakuwa ina backfire. So I hope atadeliver pia, lakini kwa sasa unless umeifanya again and again, he's a good coach. We wish him well. Coach wa Chelsea ni mdeadly, akiwa Tottenham ameenda PSG but bado hajashinda kitu, ni ule ule. I think ameletwa tu juu is a cheap coach, ni mtu anaweza manipulatiwa na mwenyewe but anajua ball na amepewa vijana wadogo, so anaweza manage talent. But Chelsea iko na season 2 ama 3 ndio ianze kuwa competitive. For right now ni academy tu ya kuuza wachezaji, ina feed matimu kubwa. Ule coach wa Tottenham sijui mambo yake. Huyo mzee mimi msikia, lakini anapiga ball safi.